right, all right, all right. Who got that reference? I'll leave you with that. So this is the nutrition video that has honestly, well, first off, this is the nutrition video, but second off, I want to say I apologize because this video was supposed to come out like weeks ago, if not like a month ago. Because after the meditation video came out, I said that the nutrition video and the subconscious video would come out very soon, and I don't think 3 weeks, 4 weeks is very soon. So first off, I apologize for that. So I got some questions here that pretty much I got from you guys. So let's start off with the first one. The first one is a question by one of my friends called Miguel. He said a solid amount of veggie / fruit to consume. So honestly, to answer this question, like a solid amount of veggie / fruit to consume, I would just go on Google, and I'm gonna be real with you guys, because I eat certain fruits and veggies, but I mean there's so many. But real quick, first off, I would say like you can totally Google that and get a giant list instead of me just kind of, there's so many fruits and vegetables. You could look some up online, but in particular, the thing I would recommend is actually go on Google and try to find some local farmers markets near your city. So just go on Google and type in farmers market in blah blah blah, and most cities have a farmers market. It's usually on a Monday in the morning till about like 1 or 2 o'clock. From my experience, that's typically like what happens. It's farmers markets are usually like on Sundays or on the weekends, and they're like morning till like early afternoon. So I would say if you're trying to find some new fruits and vegetables, look up find out if you have a local farmers market, and if your city doesn't have one, then just look up like nearby ones, like nearby cities. And if that's not even possible for you, then just go to like any supermarket, and then I would suggest just literally walk down the aisles. And I know this is like super basic, but that's honestly my recommendation. Like whatever kind of fruits and vegetables you eat right now, like I would say try to expand. I think when it comes to nutrition, a pretty easy thing to say, to recommend, a very good general recommendation for like everybody would be to try to maximize on variety. So when it comes to fruits and vegetables, I would say just try to maximize on variety. So if you're only eating like maybe 1-2 different types of fruits and vegetables, maybe try to incorporate one more different one, or maybe keep it at 2 or 3 vegetables, but just substitute a new kind of fruit or vegetable into your diet, and then just kind of play around like that. That would honestly be my huge suggestion. But I think the benefit of going to a farmer's market, not only would it be like, for nutrition, but I think, you get to make some rapport and relationships with people within your community. I think you're supporting your community. I think it gives you a reference point as to like what's in season. Because usually when you go to a farmer's market, you're only really getting fruits and vegetables that are fairly local, which means you get to learn about what kind of fruits and vegetables are in season. And usually if the fruit or vegetable is in season, it's going to be cheaper, and there's a possibility that it's going to be more nutritionally dense because of it being in season. The weather conditions are right, and hopefully that fruit or vegetable is really ripe, which means you would also be maximizing on the vitamin, mineral, nutrient content that you'd be getting from that fruit or vegetable. So that's my answer for that. So the next question I got it right here. It is well, one of my friends, and I'm not gonna name who because it was this person sent me a DM, but I thought I actually did put some effort in answering this question, and so I figured I might as well give you guys the answer to this question, because I think it's something that could be possibly valuable that probably a lot of people are contemplating. So my friend said losing weight in a healthy way. She said like 10 pounds or something. But let's just talk about losing weight in a healthy way just in general, and what would be like my general tips for that. I would say first off, I learned in school, and I think this is a good reference point, is that losing about a pound is a really just healthy, and it's not too hard. It's a very natural process of changing, not only for your psyche but for your physical. I think anytime you want to make a change and you want to make it a lifestyle and you want to make it, something that's actually building a healthy habit, I think, just doing it slowly but surely is a great way to go. And especially when we're talking about nutrition, because we don't want to put ourselves, we don't want to deprive our nutrition. We don't want to deprive our health while we're losing weight. You try to lose weight too fast, you can seriously hurt yourself. And honestly, in serious circumstances, you could kill yourself or go to the hospital. So losing 1 pound per week, I think, is something that's super safe. I think it's actually great for creating a lifestyle instead of just a very acute moment of losing weight, or instead of losing weight super fast and then possibly gaining it back. I think losing the weight slower makes it so it becomes more of a lifestyle. So fun fact, I know there's some people out there that they like to get into the numbers, like calories and macronutrients and micronutrients and things like that. So 1 pound is actually 3,500 calories. And so if you're going to lose 1 pound per week, then you're basically wanting to be at a 500 calorie deficit for every day of the week, because 500 times 7 puts you at 3,500. So basically, in order to do that, you would have to know how much energy you're expending on the day-to-day. So that would be not only your resting energy expenditure, which, if you don't know, resting energy expenditure is basically the amount of energy that your body expends just by existing. You could literally spend all day in bed, 24 hours in your bed, and your body actually still expends like over 1,000 calories. Maybe in rare cases your metabolism would be slower than that, like if you went into hibernation mode, but I don't know that humans could do that. But seriously, like us as humans, in 24 hours, like your resting energy expenditure is like, it's like 1,200 or higher. I'm doing this all based on intuition, but if there's any health experts out there and they see anything in this video that's like, yo, just feel free to comment or something. But I feel pretty confident saying that. So you would have to get your resting energy expenditure, which you could actually do with, you could actually use a calculator online, or you could just DM me. If you're actually watching this whole video, just DM me and I'll help you out with your resting energy expenditure. But then basically, once you get that resting energy expenditure, which is, the energy that you expend just by existing, then you have to multiply that number by your activity level. So there's an actual range for that too. It could be like, it starts out for like 1.2 if you're just very sedentary, and then it goes up to like 2 point something if you're like extremely active. And so you multiply it, right? And then these are all these calculations. It's really just giving you a rough estimate. But I really bring this up because, I know there's people out there who probably do like the number stuff, and maybe you could use it as motivation, and maybe like for a sense of accountability. But otherwise, like if you're somebody more like me who's less about the numbers and likes to do things like I'm not into doing the number type thing, like I would suggest, like whatever you're eating on the day to day, just take something out. If anything, just measure 500 calories and then just take it out of your diet. So like, you could easily accomplish this by like just drinking one less soda, and then maybe putting like half the amount of oil that you put when you cook, or instead of drinking this many cups of whatever, you drink a little bit less, or maybe whatever your carbohydrates, if you eat rice, eating less rice. So it's like you could really easily deduct 500 calories from what you normally consume, right? And let's be frank, if you're at a 500 calorie deficit, you're probably going to feel a little bit hungry. Like you're going to feel like you could eat a little bit more. So I think that's like probably the most simple way to do this whole process is like, just eat a little bit less. Like whatever you usually eat, just eat a little bit less, and like make yourself feel a little bit hungrier, or make yourself just feel like, wow, I feel a little light, like usually when I eat, I feel kind of full and like, but now I feel pretty light. I'm just eating half, and that's an easy way to do it. Man, I really feel like I can go on that losing weight one forever, but I don't know how entertaining this video is. So I'd say let's just move on. But if anybody else wants like more info regarding that question, then you can just let me know. But we'll just keep up the spiciness here. Um, One of my friends I asked him what he thinks I should do in this video, and he said you can try talking about foods that not many people know are good for your health. That kind of goes back to like the first question I got about a solid amount of veggies and fruit to consume. Cause, but let's see, if I had to like just improvise on this, I would say something that's cheap and affordable and that maybe not too many people know about, that it's so rich and so healthy. My number one thing would actually probably be eggs, which is maybe something that a lot of people actually consume, but I don't know that people recognize that like eggs are, it's like the golden standard for like protein in terms of like, yeah, in terms of protein, like, they do a lot of experiments on these types of stuff, and nutrition gets fairly complicated, and it could be very scientific. But eggs in particular, in terms of their amino acids, which are the things that compose a protein, it has like a very complete profile, and it's like the golden standard for protein. So eggs are like super cheap, and they're actually like a really great protein source. So, and there's a lot of different ways you can make them. So that would be one. And then my second one, I would probably say oatmeal, because oatmeal is also super affordable. And it's like, I think people know that it's healthy, but I don't know. Maybe I feel like it hasn't been as popular lately, but oatmeal's got like different ways to make it too. You can do overnight oats. You can make, you can get the instant oats, which makes it super quick. You can do the old fashioned oats, which is the one I like, and then you make it with like milk. Oats are really great because they're rich in carbohydrates, so just like raw energy. They also have plenty of fiber, which is great for your digestive system. The particular type of fiber that oatmeal has, it also could help you lower your cholesterol, because it basically, when it goes into your intestines, the oatmeal actually absorbs some of the bile that you have. It's like a chemical that your body uses to emulsify fat in your intestines. And so when the oatmeal kind of consumes that, I guess you could say, and then you poop out the fiber from the oatmeal, and then you're actually getting rid of some of that bile, and that bile, which your body, it's a natural chemical from your body, it contains cholesterol. So instead of that bile going back to get recycled through your body, so you're kind of reusing the cholesterol, you're actually getting rid of it by consuming the oatmeal. So those would be my two off the top. What are some like great foods that people don't maybe talk about? And people know about the two I told you guys, but it's like maybe you didn't know what I just told you. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Man, I think that was pretty much for the most part it. Oh, well, matter of fact, my friend Isaac actually asked me a question, which I ended up making a whole another video for. So if you want to watch that video independently, you can go to the YouTube channel, which is pretty much on, if you're on my Instagram profile, it's on the bio. You can go on the bio and then just click on the YouTube channel. And then the YouTube channel has like my podcast stuff too, but you can find, I did a YouTube video on talking about mock meat. Basically plant-based meat products, in my opinion on it. So go ahead and watch that one if you want, but otherwise we'll just end it there. I just want to say thank you guys. Again, I apologize for doing this video so late, but I hope you're having a wonderful day, and comment any questions you may have. Go follow the YouTube channel if you'd like to keep up with the content, including my podcast. If you haven't checked out the podcast, you can see, you can also find it in that same link that takes you to the YouTube channel. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you're having a beautiful day.